welcome back. Last time we had a look on the unboxing video of the Ipega modular controller. So today we're going to do a bit of a testing to see how the controller actually feels when we are in gameplay. So to pair it easily, it is actually quite, well, after pairing, it's actually quite easy to turn it back on. You just hold the button for 2 seconds and then you can see the light flashing. Then that is when it's pairing up. You can hear a little bit of rumble. It's not haptic feedback, so it's actually not that good. So using the analog, it does work quite well. So you can actually go through all the menus quite easily. Hold it, and then you can go through it. Clicking left and right using the D-pad works quite well. Okay, so one problem already. See, you can hear that I'm clicking on the right, but it seems like you have to press a bit harder for it to actually work. So other than that, everything seems to be working quite well. So you can press A to go into settings. Yeah, like that. So what I'm actually more interested in is that during gameplay, will we be able to change the controllers around. So let's try Hollow Knight because Hollow Knight's always good. So let's turn it on and have a look, shall we? One of the best games in my opinion. It's very, very well done. All right, haven't. So let's see if I still remember how to play this game. Turn the sound down a bit. So the button seems to work quite well. I'm actually using the analog at the moment. You can hear the haptic feedback, the controllers. That is actually pretty scary. The rumble feature is actually really loud. So overall, the four buttons are actually very responsive. So it's actually quite good. Let's see if we can combat some enemies at the moment. All right. Oh. Just testing out. All right. So now testing out the normal D-pad. I should actually heal a. Let's heal for a bit. Controlling with the D-pad isn't that hard. It is what you expect from just a normal D-pad. So it seems like it's not actually giving me any problems at the moment. So overall, L buttons, the trigger buttons are actually not that bad as well. Alright, so what I'm actually gonna try and do is that I'm actually intrigued to know if I can actually change this while in game and for it to continue working. Let's see if it gives an error showing. So let me plug this one out. Ooh. Okay, so let's pop this one in. Oh, so it's completely stopped now. Oh, that is actually really cool. So you can actually switch it on the fly. So let's pop this one back in before that fly gets me. And it still works. So you can see that using all the buttons for it, That is actually really cool. So all that still works quite well, and the analog still works quite well. That. So let's see if I can take this one off. That is actually very cool. So now it's still, all the buttons are still working. There is no error messages, and it seems like, yes, it accepted it. So overall, not too bad. So after playing around with it, the controller is working as intended. There is, oh sorry, so there is actually a home button. There is I would say that is a take screenshot one. So like that. Yep, screenshot, and then you have your home button. You have your plus and minus, and this little power one, I think it's probably for like Android and stuff like that. There are buttons on the back that I haven't tested yet. Oh, there's one point. So this one is actually a little plate that you can remove, and you can pop it onto your D-pad like that. So it actually makes it, well, let's test it out. So it's supposed to be for like fighting games and stuff like that, but yeah, so it turns into a little swivel pad. Huh, it's quite interesting actually. So yeah, so this is pretty much the Ipega modular controller. Would I recommend it? This one costed around 30 US, I believe, and it is wireless. It is rechargeable. Um, it does come with a little charging cable. The cool part is the modular part, but however, I do feel that the analog itself does feel a bit stiff. So if you actually already have a Pro controller, it's probably better to stick with that one instead. The face button was the other complaint that I have, is that they are way too small. So depending on your finger size, it is actually quite hard to press down because um, it is actually really buffed out. So I still prefer that the original Pro controller is actually still pretty good. If you don't have the funding for it, I do think this is quite a good controller. It does what it does, and to be honest, yeah, you saw my bad gameplay. It's because I was just testing out the controller, but everything seems to work well. Um, not too sure how it will work with a lot more intensive games where a lot more action is on the board. But I would suggest that I would think that playing games like Fire Emblem like that, this controller will be perfect for it. So like your normal RPGs and stuff like that, it'll be good. So yeah, thanks for watching. I do think that if you don't have the funding for it, I do recommend this controller. But if you can afford a Pro controller, I would say definitely go for the Pro controller. Nothing beats that at the moment. So that was quite fun. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Take it easy.